there has been good football to enjoy. Goals yesterday, drama earlier on in the day, as well as Comoros, of course, did quite a job in Group B by qualifying for the next round, ahead of Zimbabwe, ahead of Zambia and Kenya, who could very well qualify as the best second place team in the tournament. Keeping in mind the three groups will have the best teams in the group, the top teams in the group going through to the next round, including the one best second place team. Out the tunnel they come here. South Africa to the left of your picture, and Eswatini out on that far side. Changes made to this starting lineup for the South Africans, coming to good effect. Cupido coming close to finding the second for the South Africans in his first start of the tournament. Didn't lose their cool to the Swatini. They were patient as they looked to build and find an equalizer. Atsebola is the man that will be coming on here in the change made by Zim, the first change of the match. Bong Atsebola plays his club football for Young Buffaloes out in Eswatini. Match referee from Zimbabwe, Brighton Chimene, about to get this game underway. Eswatini to attack the goal to the left of your picture as they chase the game here. We'll be looking for a bit more intensity as they drive in towards that final third. The early ball to the edge of the box will be kept alive here on this near side. So they are looking for the bright start here with good numbers on the edge of the box on that occasion. No joy for Mavoso, only player on a yellow card as we get the second half underway. Now, Eswatini with two men on the top of the box, then trying to deny the South African a chance to build from the back. Keep in mind, Eswatini have never had the beating of South Africa in the Hollywood Bets Casafa Cup. History was made earlier with Comoros winning their first game against the Zambians. Now, taste and skill out to the far side from Velebai as well, they push on down the line here. Smayon. Not quite working out for the South Africans. Modise. And Velebai, of course, operating on that left side, with Modise having picked up the early assist in this match. Cape Town Spurs, the most represented side in the starting 11 from a South African point of view. 5 players in the 11 from Cape Town Spurs. Nice skill here on this near side to keep things moving. Now, space on the far side, good vision, good ball. Velebai now cutting infield. Fouled in a very good area here. They'll fancy their chances from this sort of distance will the South Africans. Brooks it was with a lovely ball to Velebai. Picked it up and immediately got on his bike, then fencing around at Piliso. Kama needs to get that ball right. Mozambique and Botswana. I do believe at 1-1 as things stand. Mohamed Ferreira is the man that scored right at the end of the half then. Red card for Ramonte. South Africa have the set piece and well, it's kept alive on the near side here. Eswatini able to not only deal with the danger but get themselves a set piece. All happening out at the Isaac Wilson Stadium. Equalizer goal, red card. Looking at the set piece again. Good work to try and keep it alive. Unlucky to split the two players towards the near post in two then. And Kameta, the man who was able to get it clear.
And you could see how tight Kameta was on Sibanyoni. And as Sibanyoni was wrong-footed by that knockdown, he was there to pick up the pieces.
Problems here for Rushuin totally. Picked up a knock. The decision does go the way of the South Africans. Awkward landing for the captain then, crashing into Matebula, the man just on the field. Well, we'll be hoping that South Africa to get it done here, knowing there'll be tougher tests that lie ahead here, the likes of Kenya and Comoros are sides that can't be taken lightly. 12 men may very well be needed going forward. What will be missed in on this tournament is the Zimbabwean supporters with what they've been able to give us so far in this tournament. They've been great, the Zimbabweans, come out in great numbers to get behind their team and great spirits as well. Porter doing his bit whenever South Africa is in action to ensure the South African games have a bit of life. Credit to him, he's been present at just about every match day. In fact, at every match day, Porter. Making us believe what he says when he says he is very much back. Nice run, straight down the middle then, forcing the error. It's Matebula again, the man who's just come on, who's livening things up. Brooks, the first South African in the referee's book. Did well to glide beyond the first man. Lovely balance as he changes direction this way and that, keeping them guessing.
Telling everyone around, including the covers there. And the shortest man on the field gets the yellow card.
Ball in, is overcooked then. Nothing of it then when there are good numbers in there. And well, all they needed was a decent ball to be able to compete with the South Africans in the air. It's very quick to have not two men at the top of the box to try and deny South Africa from playing from the back. It worked last time. This time the South Africans will be determined to force the issue, losing out then in a bit of an iffy spot. See on the edge of that box. Nicely done by Tortley, getting up in the air and winning the initial header.
From yesterday, Caesar, that you cannot be messing around at the back. So when you are a defender, just clear your lines. And you know, can't recall who was the big number 15 and got caught and just goal scored. That was just one of those that you say, what do you do there at the back? Don't mess around.
Now, Eswatini trying to force the issue and getting into good attacking areas and still finding the going tough. It was Vitinho that made the error against the Seychelles, wearing the number 15 jersey yesterday, punished for it.
And you get punished. You cannot, any element, when you just mess around at the back, you've got to be punished.
Now, good runners, options as well in South Africans trying to get into that final third. In the end, is a bit too much being closely watched every step of the way. Masangani, it was keeping an eye on Modise, beg your pardon, Marks.
Yes, so this is where that Modise just overran that ball, and he could have released it early though. And not only overrunning it, but just not sharing. You've got to share, you're a team. Team? Share those responsibilities. When you get the ball, you give the one that is in a better position, and you might get it back and put it in the back of the net, and what happens? You all celebrate.
Well, you have to go up or down together as a team, and the South Africans will be hoping to go up in gears here. Rose, it is looking for the corner. It was the far post and arriving late on the scene, but unable to get over it and steer it. Goal was Urisani, and from Stellenbosch. Waited before he started advancing in, had a bit of momentum on the defender. Now, Eswatini forward on the far side here. Again, South Africa very quick to get the numbers behind the ball and make life difficult to play it into the box. Still, forward comes Eswatini.
Eswatini cannot be taken for granted. They just do put pressure and still believe in themselves, and that is why they get South Africa just under pressure so often. They're not smooth sailing as the opening matches. I wonder why would they start well and suddenly just don't continue where they left off, or maybe even continue for 20 minutes.
For the South Africans, the top goal scorer, Letswalo, in as far as the COSAFA Cup, in the history of the COSAFA Cup, he's got 4 goals. Mabasa with these 3 goals last year, amongst those on 3. Now, set piece in front of the referee, should be a card that. Just when it looked as though they were in trouble in that defense. Desperate times for Gamete, man who plays for Matenya, picks up a yellow card, second from Eswatini to go into the referee's book. Love his driving runs from midfield, Cupido.
Cupido was just right from him, and he was lunging at him. He just realized, I've got to stop the man, forget the ball.
So, Ashley Cupido, amongst those that will be looking to feed off any of the scraps should the keeper spoil. Modise may likely be the man to test Olani Kamaya from this sort of range. Rhodes also standing over it. The Cape Town City man. Looking for the 2-goal cushion of the South Africans. Straight into the wall from Rhodes. Totally. Nicely done by Swaziland. Nice little turn. Challenge, however, to win it back then for Eswatini momentarily. Does work hard. Has Liam Byrne in the middle of the park. He's impressed over the last 2 games with his work rate in the middle of the park, getting stuck into the challenges and winning possession back.
And not only winning possession back, whenever he wins it, he just keeps it simple. Plays short passes, not all those long fancy ones. So he doesn't even lose the ball. He wins it not to lose it.
Now the ball smashed into the midsection of Maduludi, man from Polokwane City, who had a wonder season where they came back and finished in the top 8 of the top flight. Now, Eswatini getting numbers forward around that final third. Again, very central from them for the time being, and in the end, it comes to nothing. Had men out wide, hoping to stretch that defense on either side.
They don't have time to play the ball wide. They want to play through the middle here. Just go straight to the target. Speaking of target, 3 target men that I'm thinking can be used now. Matuludi, Cupido and Sibanyoni. South Africa should say just play every ball to those men and see what we can get out of them, as we see an injury here to Dudley, the captain.
Not the first time he's gone down here.
Is this not the continuation of that injury?
Could be. Remember, he had the awkward landing and they did give him treatment on the hip, so it's back on the hip again where the attention is. And here's him going up and thudding impact on the floor.
Any crash landing is not comfortable, and he hit the floor with the hip. And it looks like it's that hip is bugging him now, because they didn't touch him now, but he just stopped.
Well, signal is just wait to the bench before making a decision. In the meantime, they've found their rhythm and soul out in the far stands. Nice to see a Zimbabwean flag out amongst those out there. Keeping in mind Zimbabwe, with all of the entertainment in football, all of the lovely fans, they've exited the tournament earlier today.
Oh, they were so impressive in that penultimate game. Jeez, they had some spring under their feet. All of them, funny enough.
Actually taking another take then. He needs a bit of support though. Orlando! That should have been an equalizer. Mboto was beaten. A lovely job out of that far side. On the take still to get the quality ball in. The arrival was on time. But it's all about this play here. Oh, the take, the determination, and the quality in the ball in.
Oh, that first touch, Sizwe. Just put him on the path of playing this beautiful cross. And what was that? How unfortunate can you be? I know your coach or your trainer will say, try to knock the ball down, but not all the time. Makagula could have just used common sense there. He's under the crossbar. Doesn't have to hit down.
A reminder once again for the South Africans. One may not be enough.
Not dominating Eswatini at all. They had a disallowed goal because the player was offside, and now this one because Makagula just miscalculated. That should have been in. Even chested it in. Sometimes you don't have to head them in.
Loving Makagula had to fight to get there ahead of Matuludi and beat him in the race to get there first, keeping the goal side spot.
He'll look back and say could have, should have. Must have put it in the back of the net.
Well, funny that Eswatini have that moment, and you think it was silence, the 12th man out on the far stand, but they seem to be getting louder and louder in getting behind the South African team. Real scare then for the South Africans.
Nothing wrong with the fans getting behind them. Now they've got to get behind each other. This is the moment they need each other, especially after that scare season.
But the Royal Air man finding his target on this near side in search of Matuludi. Well, there are a number of players that sit on 3 goals in this tournament from a South African point of view that may ring a bell. Patrick Mayo, who's amongst the legends present in this year's tournament, also 3 goals. Eswatini, not done. Good foul this for Eswatini. Have it out wide on that far side and making the South Africans stay honest in a bid to stay in the leads. Zabula, quick with the throw-in. He's had a good effect, the man on the ball, since coming on here at half-time. Anyway, will do for the South Africans for the time being. Momentum very much with Eswatini. Now, Makagula. Read by Mudise. Cupido. Belebai.
That's the plan I was referring to. Cupido all the time. Let them play Cupido and Sebanyoni. All aerial balls. It's do or die moments. They must now get into the box.
Belebai had the opportunity to send in the early cross. Sebanyoni was actually asking for it. He played a conservative pass instead, frustrating those in the box. Mozambique, by the way, have just found the back of the net in the encounter, leading 2-1 against Botswana.
That must have shook the lock in a way or two.
Have a look at it in the moment, to the way things are standing overall. Byrne, outwitted in the middle of the park here as Eswatini pushed forward. Now Mpoto was spotted off his line. That's the only reason was that early strike. Trying his luck from a very long way out then was Caldera. So South Africa remaining on top. Will be second as things stand.
So that equalizer, in fact, that lead by Mozambique has eased the pressure on South Africa and also given a break to the batteries of calculators. Nothing tie now, very simple and straightforward. This is where the log has been updated the way it should be. There are problems.
That's what in trouble right at the bottom of the group as things stand. They still turn their fortunes around. Once they found the back of the net and the goal that was disallowed in the first half for offsides, came close, so close, from point-blank range to finding an equalizer in an open net. Makagula headed down into the ground and over. Pushing forward the out wide is Manana on this left side, unable to keep it alive. Hario, the man that scored for the Mozambicans. Now, Speedo's done well to keep this alive. Looking for options. Ball played into a good area. The first touch could have been a first-time shot. Now, Eswatini. Anyway, will do from Mpoto going with safety first.
That's good goalkeeping. Don't try to be clever, just knock it out. But why not first time? Should have been hit first time. Remember, there were bodies in front of the keeper. That's when you ask yourself, why do strikers want the ball that is on a silver plate and looking good? It can't look good all the time.
Liam Byrne will make way here. Taba comes on in his place. Katengozi. He's only played 3 minutes so far in this tournament. Comes on with South Africa looking to take control in the middle of the park as Eswatini are looking way more menacing in the second half, spending more time in the opposition half of the field. South Africa looking to hit on the counter-attack now in this second half.
Can't wait to see that action and get to understand why it wasn't hit first time, Silva. Can't wait for that moment.
Another throw, it will be to the South Africans moving down the line with these throw-ins. Swaziland trying to keep it alive on that far side in the end. It's gone out for the Eswatini throw in there in a hurry now. You can tell from their body language and how quickly they are taking the throw-ins. Space on the far side with men having pushed forward in the wide areas. The shot then wide of the mark. They mean business, Eswatini. Yes, that earlier moment you spoke of, Mafa. The ball is played back right to the perfect spot that he's been calling for it.
Cupido waited, wanted to see if he can just play the ball in the area. And yes, he did. Just not being hit first time. You've got to be aggressive when you're in that area.
Ethan Brooks, I believe it was, who needed an extra touch. Yeah, there could be problems for South Africa with Mozambique in the lead once again. Things shaking up with just about every goal scored. Out here and out at the Isaac Wilson Stadium. What a story we could have at the end of the day, Marks. There you have it.
Very interesting indeed, and this is just not what we're talking about. We will be seeing what our group is up to, that is this Group A, but this is what happened in the past, but what is happening now, very key.
In fact, it's Mozambique that are now top of the group, not Zimbabwe, just making the correction, but South Africa in trouble. Ball floated in towards the far post. Zambia, Zimbabwe and South Africa could all three be out. The three best nations in the history of the Hollywood-based COSAFA Cup. And by Swaziland! He feels it should be a corner.
Swaziland was not aware that he was just ahead of the near post. Effort was brilliant. Just unfortunate that he didn't find the target.
That's what they're making the change now with Leon Manyisa coming on. The Mbabane Swallows man. He's played 57 minutes of this tournament so far.
What did not help the cause of South Africa Sizwe is when they drew goalless against Botswana, and just when we thought they are coming back, they now went on to draw 1-1 against Mozambique. So those results didn't favor.
Look back at the early attempt. Good work out to that far side by Velebai.
Changed gears. Velebai knew what he wanted to do. This is what we've been asking of him. And as he whipped in that cross, that's Sibanyoni, too early in the near post. He could have just slowed down, hold the defender at bay, and then bang it, because now he will be in line with the first pole. You don't go to the near post and go beyond and expect to score. Maybe if you want to flick it, but it was a low ball.
Here is Sibanyoni. Brooks, good movement down the line here. Oh, it's done well. And from the teammates! But somehow Cupido can't find the back of the net and finds Polanikama. While they're creating chances.
Cupido, stay there, because that's the only way you can turn your fortunes. Just in and around there. Also, Swaziland was lurking, so we've got those that are lethal to be lurking in the right area at the right time.
Challenge from behind on Cupido. Oh, momentum has swung this way and that in this second half. Early parts belong to Eswatini. And as things stand, well, there you have it. Mozambique sitting atop South Africa with Kenya having finished on 6 points in Group B. Means South Africa at second spot will not be the best second place team. It's that simple. Goals necessary. So far just 2 scored by the South Africans in this tournament. Spanioni and Tuati, the goal scorers.
And for Mozambique is 4. That is where the difference is. The points are the same. And just when they scored the second, we had that feeling, Sizwe, that we could have the hosts continuing to host but not part of the party.
Ocheda will be coming on now. Twins Mtaba as the men that have come in off the bench here in the second half for the South Africans. Frustration here for Veleba. He sees him kicking the ball away, and he's earned himself a yellow card outside of your picture with Brighton Chimene from Zimbabwe having none of it. Had a good tournament. Just needs to keep it together. One gets the feeling he could be needed in the moments moving forward here from a South African point of view.
Here is 15 minutes remaining and someone already had a good tournament. Is he going home?
Could be. Could be. Challenge. Giving away the throw in again. Eswatini in a hurry. Well, they kept the head on the near post, then comfortable for the Royal AM goalkeeper, Boto. Now, Mochela out wide on the near side, looks to make himself an option once again. That's well to hold off to the defender, having to work to hold off the defender and hoping for a penalty. In the end, the decision goes against him.
So there's that moment of desperation.
Oh, lovely work here with the flag having stayed down. That's what he did. Looking to find an opening as they probe. Done well to work it wide here. They've got plenty of numbers in the box, and with 5 in the box, 1 on the edge of the box. The cross is really disappointing then from Piliso. Now, Mujala thought he'd get the decision.
No, Mujala wasn't going to get that one because you could see that he wasn't really fouled. He just outstretched the leg, wanting to go for the ball, and so was his opponent.
Great work to keep it alive here on the near side by Spanioni. Brooks thought he'd run it back in the good area with numbers bursting forward then for South Africa. Wasn't to be.
Throw everything up front, Hellman. I mean, there is no ways that he can just let anybody now be in the middle. bypass the middle Sizwe, get your Matuludis and all your Cupidos in the box and see what will happen.
In the meantime, be wary of Eswatini coming forward! Bringing the guns out of Mboto. Quality save that. Quality strike from Apiliso. The Mabadi Swallows man bringing to that stronger left foot and really bringing the best we've seen from Mboto in this tournament.
That's the man that we want about. Andy Mbinyani was talking about that in the build-up of this game to say there's this Piliso that we have to look at.
They certainly have kept the South Africans honest. However, Eswatini.
Well, that's that moment when Piliso just took his the defenders on, and after taking a man on, he saw the gap. Didn't he thump that one?
Good goalkeeping under pressure as well.
Big Mboto needs to be given credit there. This is where he just made a brilliant save. This one was just an easy catch.
Well, South Africa in the first showing in the Costa Cup only got as far as the first round back in 1998, first round in 2004, first round in 2006, and since then have gotten out the group stages, winning it, so getting up to the semi-finals, quarter-finals at the very least, never lower than a quarter-final spot since 2006. Here they are. Going over.
Rushed. He knew he was through. Lovely ball played to him by Brooks. And there, Sibanyoni didn't even wait for the ball to come down. He didn't press it. He just swung the foot as the ball was going up. He got underneath it.
10 minutes remaining. Now, lovely 1-2. Just enough done by defender and goalkeeper. Just enough with Eswatini looking for a bit of magic at the top of the box, then to get through and get a certain goal for Katlehla.
Gamede is just the busy man. Look at the 1-2 that he played, but then on that flip pass, it was just beautiful. Oh, Sizwe, Makakula. They have nothing to lose.
Magical touch by Makakula.
To lose the Swazis. They just feel, let's just take the game to the South Africans. No, Eswatini are really having a good time. I was trying to, while we're looking at this injury there to Brooks, I was thinking of, are we bad? Can we complain? Can we blame Bafana? No. Lesotho is getting better. Eswatini is getting better. Comoros is getting better. People are coming of age, so we have to compete.
Well, when they need it, they are coming to the party. And boy, are they need it now, the 12th men. Makakula, nice with the turn! Brings the cross out of Mboto again. Oh, lovely turn from Makakula then. Looking to drill it into the bottom corner. He's coming up with some brilliant plays later on here.
I was talking to the coach, Sfiso of Swaziland, Eswatini. Sizwe, he just said, you know, the only setback, we've got youngsters, but the only setback for us is in our star-studded country, we don't have enough agents to just tell the continent about them. And this is now what he's talking about. I believe what he's saying. Not that I didn't believe him, now I can see what he meant. Remember we spoke about the likes of Abel Shongwe and many others, William Shongwe. I mean, Swaziland have sent us quality players, and we haven't been receiving for a long time. Tony Tabete, Gamete, we've had a few. Some eyes should be on these youngsters. They can play. Makagula caught my eyes. a few shabalala. You caught my eyes.
A couple of years ago, I was down in Eswatini, a couple of years ago, as South Africa gave away a set piece here in the middle of the park, but for the AFCON under-20 qualifiers, the Kosafa region under-20 qualifiers, South Africa in the same group as Eswatini. I tell you what, those under-20 boys from a couple of years ago were unbelievably good from an Eswatini point of view. They really played good football, they were entertaining, good to watch, and competed just as well as anybody else. Whether it was Zambia, South Africa, Angola, they competed just as well.
Are they not some of these here? Yeah. Because it's a couple of years ago, so they've grown.
Yeah. Winning the corner, Kadela, Eswatini, where they want to be on the front foot here in a game where they'll feel they could have won it, never mind drawing it, with the quality of chances they've created, the number of them as well. They'll also feel they've owned the second half. South Africa's created chances of their own. Trying the overhead.
When this fixture started, I'm sure South Africa must have thought Eswatini, they're just a cup of tea, and they were not meant to be.
Didn't quite get it right. Manyisa to the overhead kick. I believe it came off shin and went wide. Looking to come up with something as special as Billingham the other day. Velebai will make way. Gazi on in his place. Your thoughts on Mbundo, and he's showing you today.
Velebai, very unfortunate that the coach had to get fresh legs, but he did everything that he has been doing for Coach Helman Kalele. And it's just a moment where the clinical moments did not come to the party when the nation needs that. Just those finishing, I'm sure you can recall, first time shot and that bubble by Onse Banyoni, that could have made a difference.
Brooks on the yellow card also makes way. Had a good tournament overall as Asan and Velebai, the Cape Town Spurs man. And it's a good ball, it's a good chance. It's a great chance for Smayoni. Well placed for Polani Gama. Van Beek glides beyond one. Definite foul in by Taba.
2 fouls back to back, Sizwe. Just out of anger. They could have come down. We're still friends, even if the results are not going our way.
Either way, lovely ball played in for that chance that fell for Sibanyoni now with the dead ball. Now, ball over the top here. Again, Polani Gama deals with the danger. Matuludi. Unaisani. Time. As things stand, South Africa are exiting in the group stages. Looking for a yard for the shots. No way through just yet. Nicely done defensively by Eswatini. South Africa looking to keep the pressure on. Now, meant towards that far post. Good run this, good cut back, well read. Superbly read. Majala. Amongst those hoping to take advantage, it was Matuludi again. With a good movement on this right side. Good challenge. Matuludi will get on his bike once again here on this near side. That's a good ball, needed a better touch from Sibayoni. It was a 2-on-1 situation here, and the man over on the far side. Time running out for both these nations. Udise. Now, men getting into the box here. The early ball. Kibino! Lost his balance. He feels he was fouled. No, says the referee. Edge of your seat type ending here at the Nelson Mandela Bay Stadium. Oh, was he off? Do you believe that is the case? Flag had gone up. Important little touch in there, the flag not gone up from Masangani. Desperate times. All eyes now will be on the fourth official from Madagascar. Bushra Gabobi on how much time will be added onto this match. 5 minutes. Eswatini with what looks like a decent ball needed to be dealt with in by Jordan. Pull-up shots, appealing for a penalty. Eswatini not interested. Here's the Zimbabwean referee. Oh, the more desperate the situation, the louder they get. It's really desperate now for Bafana Bafana. Doing a great job out on the far side, those supporters. So often when sides are struggling and not getting things going under the way in pressure situations, you get supporters maybe booing and showing their frustration. Not the case today here at the Nelson Mandela Bay Stadium as we look back at this moment. They are fully behind the South African team here. That's in all sorts of trouble in the bigger picture. Now, Kita's made a mistake, rescued by his teammates. Kama had mishandled, and it looked as though it would just fall for Bafana Bafana. Last dish touch took it away from them. Chance at the second goes the biggie. Left-footed strike from Matuludi. Not posing any problems. Speedo would have had his eyes wide open then in disbelief at the fortune that was coming his way when Gama mishandled. Mozambique have scored again against Botswana. As they stand as they that go through from this group. One big foul. Stands over it, yeah. And the 2 minutes remaining. That big then about a minute and a half remaining. To be able to keep it alive. Swaziland continuing to work hard. Udela. Gets the return. Settles for the corner. Under a minute remaining. They'll be in a hurry now. By Eswatini late in the day. Close connection. Was never convincing from Swaziland. In the very last attack from a South African point of view, in fact, very last touches for both South Africa and Eswatini at the 2024 Hollywood Bets Cassava Cup here. They have to score early from Sibanyoni, had chances. South Africa to stretch their lead, but it should be said Eswatini also gave a very good count of themselves. They asked questions of South Africa, and they themselves could have scored 2 or 3 and maybe should have. Some good saves out of Mboto. Also unlucky not to have converted other chances. Makakula with a very good showing in the middle of the park here. Whilst the likes of Cupido also had chances for South Africa. They couldn't extend on their 1-goal lead. And a group where goals have been hard to come by for these sides ends with just the 1 goal scored when they meet needing to score goals in registering their win. Mozambique, it will be that march-on through from Group A for South Africa, while they bow out beating Eswatini with a scoreline of 1-0 here at the Nelson Mandela Bay Stadium. This is how it looks. Well, they needed goals late in the group on the very last day, in a group that really struggled to find goals here. Mozambique doing the business, keeping in mind they all started the day on 2 points. Mozambique and South Africa the winners on the day, but Mozambique, well, their 3-1 win over Botswana did the business. They scored the goal, and in the end it's Mozambique that will march on through. Botswana and Eswatini putting up a fight and making life difficult for the likes of South Africa and Mozambique. They will also bow out here, having well, struggled in what's been a very tough group where these sides have been difficult to separate here. Mozambique, of course, the side that will go on to join sides from Group B that have marched on through Kenya. The side from the east that is the invitational side, as well as Comoros. Full of surprises is the 2024 Hollywood Bets Cassava Cup.
It's over here at Nelson Mandela Bay Stadium. Bafana winning by 1-0. And man of the match is Tabang Sebanyoni. Mfana Futi Malaza, the man that's handing out the prize. Please do the honor, sir. Thank you very much. Tabang looking at the game today, scoring on the 3rd minute. Beautiful head, I must say. But you never continued, not as an individual, as a team. You never continued with that momentum.
Ngathanda ukubonga ama-teammate wami ngokungiphusha. Le game lesize sazi ukuthi ayidingi u-3 point. Ukuthi kwenzakalani kulaba abanye asinandaba. Into ebesidinga i-win because sifikile sahlala ama-draw 2 yabona. Le 3 point was very important for thina amajita futhi.
Okunye manje ngikubonile ukuthi ithema uCupido afika lapha phambili udlala naye nabangconyana.
Yeah, because makangekho umuntu ozokusiza uzithola ukhathele because bayakhona ukungiplanela because ngiyi-1 but masiyi-2 siyakhona utshintshisana kube nama-spaces la ngizokhona udlala.
What have you gained kule tournament? Lento uzothi mawubuyele ekhaya uthi so lento le it shows ukuthi mawufika kule level of national team you have to do lokho nalokho nalokho.
Ngasho ukuthi sometimes i-experience nabantu abangaphandle the way physically strong akufuna wehlisa umzimba modlala naye.
Congratulations, well done.
Thank you.
And that's Thabang Sibanyoni, and I'll be joined by the losing coach. That's the Sfiso, not a happy man. Coach, Mozambique ran with it. You fought hard though. What can you share with us about your plan today? Did it come to fruition? But one thing that I have to say is your team looked good.
Thank you so much, Max. Yeah, it's one of those days. But I'm happy with the boys. Very good fighting spirit. We dominated the game. I told you that we want to exploit the spaces in the middle. And we did with our half-wingers. We're just unlucky in the final third. And that offside, I don't know, I still look at it. And that second half header, just inside the 6th area, over the bar. Yeah, we created a number of chances, but we couldn't convert them to goals. Yeah, good experience for the boys. We will have depth going forward. We know that we've got a number of young players who can take the team forward.
That is very exciting for you to say that, because we are admiring the combination of Magagula up front and all those little 1-2s. You were tearing the Bafana defense apart.
Yes, Max. We knew that we've got numerical advantage in the middle, and we brought in a number of ball players who can exploit the spaces in the middle. With Junior, with Tuba, Tiger, and they are very hardworking young boys. I'm proud of them, Max. I'm not proud of the result, though. Yeah. But we'll take it and go forward.
Thanks, Coach. And just talking about being proud of them, we were talking off air, and I now believe you when you said Swaziland's got skillful players. They just need to be exposed to the continent.
Exactly, Max. A lot of young good players in the country, and we left some even behind. So a lot of Swazis can be proud of these boys, and we are building future players and future national team, so that when going to CAF and FIFA World Cup qualifiers, you will find that we've got a pool of players that can represent the country.
Coach, thank you very much, and looking forward to seeing Swaziland in action in the future.
Thank you so much. Thanks so much.
Thank you, Coach. And I'll be joined by Helman Mkalele, who is sharing the same fate with Coach Sfiso.